Hello everyone, I think I'm live. I have just popped everything on there, so I'm hoping I am live, and I just need to try and find the comments now. So please bear with me. I hope everyone is okay and you can hear me okay. Just need to check that I am live. It looks like it, so I'm just off to find the comments now. Okay, so you've joined the video for the Papercraft Society subscription box. I would love it if you could comment actually, so I can actually find the comments. So this is the second time I've only ever gone live for on Facebook, so this is a whole new interface for me. So I would love to craft and actually understand or find your comments. So please do comment. I can see that there are some people watching live already. So let's start by asking you where you're from and how the weather is. It's a bit overcast here, a bit rain. I've already been rained on today, so I'm just going to let people join in and gather into the live, and then I will start with the demonstration. I've got everything here behind me, so I'm all ready to go. We're going to be making another mini album, but it's going to be a different one from one of these that I have made already. So there'll be details on that album as well coming up shortly. So let's see. Oh, something's popped up here. Let me see. Oh, I have 14 comments. Let's see. Okay, I am going to have to keep scrolling down as I'm crafting, because I do like to keep an eye on the comments. I'm so happy now I found the comments. So okay, hi Sarah, and hi Avril. Oh yes, oh, the birds are going mad because the weather's just perfect for them. So yeah, it feels like 6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, hi Geraldine. Yes, I'm live. And hi Leslie. Hi Sarah. Hi Helen. Hi Susan, and hi Lynn. And Helen is from Bristol. I think, is that Canada? VA? Is that Canada or is that US? I don't know. Let me know, Helen. That is the French version of Helen, so I'm guessing that is Canada. And hi Benita. Sunny in Sweden. If it was sunny right here, I would have had to have had the curtain closed, and then it'll be a bit dark. So I'm kind of glad we have a bit of overcast weather here and a bit of mist, a bit of fog perhaps, but it's not cold. It's, you know, it's a bit humid, as you can tell. I've been out in the rain. It plays wonders with my hair. So hi Karen. Hi Joanna. So it's very warm and sunny in Wigan. Okay, so I'm down in the south. I'm about 30 miles up north from London. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a close sort of weather. So I think a few thunderstorms have been forecast. So I'm glad that there's nothing right now. So hi Renee, hi Cheryl, Maureen, Nottingham here, and it's wet. And a good day to watch you. Thank you very much. And it's sunny in Virginia. Sarah's from Sleaford. It's dry now. Sure, it'll rain later. Yes, I think it's forecast for the rain for my school run as well. So I'm going to be going out in the rain again. Hi Shelley. I think I'm not too sure if I've said hello to Shelley. And yep, there's a lot of rain around, and there's also some sunshine too. So what are we going to be making today? I presume that you all know or have seen the Papercraft Society box, and we're all ready to go with that. So I've got everything set out here, so let's dive over. I'm praying that there's no technical issues like there was last time. I'm hoping that's all been ironed out. Now we have a brand new internet cable that's been put in under the ground. It was completely replaced by the cable company, so we seem to have less problems now. So just the general problems that everyone else gets, and I'm not connected via Wi-Fi. Everything is done by cable. So let's move over. So you've got my arm there, so I'm just going to scoot myself over again. and I'm going to do my best to keep an eye on the comments. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll be going through the comments again afterwards. So if there's anything else I do miss, I will try my best. And again, you can always ask me comments on my own YouTube channel as well, which is Helen Griffin UK. So okay, so here is the box. I absolutely adore this box here. Oh, do you like my new background? It's a lovely marble effect. I love this one. So this is the first video I'm doing making it with this background. So let me know what you think of it, and whether it's a little bit brighter, a little bit more better. Okay, so we get these lovely paper clips here, and I'm sure you've seen this, and most of you should have your boxes already. I don't know if it's going to be available individually just yet, but if it does, I will be shouting it out, get your box here. So make sure you're following me on social media, which is Helen Griffin UK, and you'll find me on Facebook and Instagram under that name. Okay, so here is the wallet. So let's show you what this kit does first. It will make this album here. There's a bit of cutting and scoring to get to this point, but we get the flaps here and the shaped dies here for the mats. We get these lovely cutout tags, and I'm just going to do a quick recap of what you get in the kit, just in case you are brand new and you've not seen it yet. So I've got all my fingers crossed that you'll be able to buy this if it does become available. So this is the envelope. I love this envelope. Okay, so here is the die set. I've popped a magnetic sheet on top of the acetate that it comes on, just to keep everything in place and easy to just take off like that, instead of being stuck to the sticky tape. So this is what's going to make the I'm trying to find a good background so that it doesn't disappear. So this is what's going to make the waterfall elements, and again you get the stitched shaped mat for that, and you also get another rectangular mat there, so you can use this to cut into your photograph if you're going to be adding photographs. And again you get index tab. I'm sure you've seen all of this before, because we're way on to the next box now. So I'm going to be showing you exactly what we're going to be making today. We're going to be making an A5 version of this, because all of these papers are in A5, and it's going to be it's going to have a 3/8 of an inch taken off the sides, because that is what's going to be making our binding. So it's going to be super easy. This is going to be really easy. So I'm going to be using all of these as well. So I had spares of the craft card, so I'm just going to set these aside, and then I'm just going to grab everything else that I need to use after the construction. So this is more or less a bare bones construction to show you exactly how to put it together. This one I made live on my YouTube channel, which is Helen Griffin UK, but if you pop to helengriffin.co.uk, you'll be able to find everything about this album here, and the videos as well on there. So pop along to there, and I show you step by step how to make this album. I don't have a booklet, so I won't be able to kind of show you the step-by-step photos in there, but I definitely would say watch the videos. It's so much easier. And there is a card in here. If your card was missing, just contact CraftStash and they will send you anything that's missing. And here we have the written instructions as well. So I'm just going to quickly look at the comments, because I don't like to feel like I'm ignoring you guys. So Cheryl's saying she hasn't got her box yet, so I would contact CraftStash and see if they can trace that for you. So Wendy's from Heckington, and she's close to Sarah. Hi Winifred. And hi, yep, Benita hopes to get her box very soon. And Linny's really got her fingers crossed there in hoping that she can get her hands on the box. And thank you, Lynn. I like the background too. I'm hoping it's working out better for me than the black grid that I had. I have tried the wood grain as well, but it didn't really like the colours didn't go very well. So I'm thinking I'm just going to see how we go with the marble. Okay, so for this you're going to be needing everything in the pack, and also a paper trimmer and a scoring board. So I'm just going to grab my scoring board first. That is incredibly bright. I'm going to see if I can turn the lights down a little bit. Yep, that kind of works. It might be a bit too dark now. This is a lovely game I love to play, playing with the lights. Okay, so I've taken 5 sheets of the craft cardstock. So you need 5 sheets. I'm going to be making a 3-page album, just like this one, but bigger. And you're also going to be needing 2 bits of grey board here. These are also cut to A5, and I have done one of them already. I've covered it with paper just on the top. I haven't wrapped it. And for the spine pieces, I'm going to be giving you some measurements here, although I will be sharing this on my website as well, this video and the cutting guide as well, because the cutting guide is slightly different because we're not using A6. So cut this to 2 1/4 to 8 1/4, and then you need 2 of those, one from the craft. You might have to get that will cut into your 6th piece of craft cardstock, but if you have more craft cardstock to hand, it's readily available at the shops as well, and it's also sold at CraftStash. I think Tonic have some nice ones, and just get some more. So there we go. And also, if you have got this box, you will have access to the Papercraft Society website where you can get the downloads, and you can actually get these papers here to download, so you can print them out at home. So I think that's absolutely wonderful, so you don't have to worry about, you know, running out of paper. So let's grab my bone folder and let's get straight into scoring. So I'm going to pop this in portrait, and I'm going to score at 3/8 of an inch on all of them. Again, you could make this album on its side as well if you wanted to, but do note that most of these papers are in a sort of portrait orientation, but again, you can use whatever papers you have in your stash. So 3/8 of an inch down the long side. Okay, let's put that away. I'm going to keep that handy. Okay, all we have to do now is fold these over. So the best way to get a nice straight line, even though you've scored it, is to have the smaller section underneath the larger section here. So when you do it like that, it helps to keep the score straight, because sometimes it can go a little bit wonky if you did it that way. So that's just a quick tip there. So this die set that you get in the box is more or less a lovely accompany set to any mini album that you want to make, especially the smaller ones. So this is going to be perfect for decorating any of your mini albums. You don't have to make this one here that I'm making in particular. This will complement all your other little mini albums too. And I just love the waterfall element with the shaped dies as well. So if I'm going quick, I'm hoping that you kind of understand what I'm doing here. I just wanted to make sure that I was doing everything step by step with you, so that you kind of knew what I was doing. So I haven't prepared too far into the video. Okay, so now we have these two here. I'm just going to keep an eye on the Sarah's saying she can't find the Suitcase download. So in the booklet you need to go to the web page that's written in the booklet and where to find all of the downloads for the Papercraft Society. Mine's right at the top there is the latest one, where it says you can download the June box stuff. Hi Marta, thank you. Okay, so I'm all up to date now with the comments. Right, so now we have this long strip here. Again, you can re-watch this video. It will become available to watch on the Facebook, and I am recording this, so I'll be able to transfer that over to the CraftStash YouTube as well. And again, I will make sure that you'll be able to watch it on replay wherever you are. Okay, so I'm going to be using, let's try the adhesive. This is the art glitter glue. I'm just going to add it here. If you want, you can use red tape. Where I live, the red tape doesn't like craft cardstock very well after a few months, so I'm being safe here and going straight for the wet glue, because I know it will be fine even after a few years. Okay, so I've just attached that together, and now we're just going to put this one on the other side, and that is half of our cover done. Again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will take little breaks here and there just to catch up, because my screen is way over there, so I don't have the screen in front of me. Okay, so that is now glued on. You should have something that looks like this. Now this technique that I'm using right here is exactly what you need to be doing if you're making the smaller version. Okay, so let's get these pages popped in. Now you may notice that there is a good side and I call this the good side, which is the more brown side. This one here has a little bit more grey ash look to it, so I'm going to call this the not so good side, and this is the good side. So I'm having this on the inside here because we're going to cover the outside with our grey board just to make it super sturdy, and that is going to hide the not so good side. Okay, so let's get our pages in, and I'm going to start off with the good side being on the top end and then the not so good side on the other side. So we're going to pop this on this line here just like that. I have no idea if the lighting has disappeared because it's created a big shadow, but it's going to go in like that right up to that line there. So I'm hoping that makes sense. Okay, and you will see me switch between glues as well in today's live, because I do like to kind of use different glues for different things now. So there we go, that's the first one in. Let's not turn that over too soon. Okay, let's leave that alone, and then we'll get the next one prepped. So we're just going to do this until all 3 of the pages are in. Okay, so this one is going to butt up to the next one, just like that. And because I haven't prepped too far ahead, I may even be able to get another page in. I think I might be able to fit in another one. My glue is not drying as fast as I would like it. I'm blaming the hot, humid weather for this. Okay. Okay, so I have followed the instructions for the 7-page album, which takes 5 pages, so you need 7 of these pages here. So I have room for 2 more, so this is quite a sizable album. So I don't want to use any more of this. I have used my own stash for this craft card, so just grabbing that out. There we go. So all you have to do is cut this to A5. The fab thing about the Tim Holtz paper trimmer is that it has the A5 mark just there. And I thought I'd be needing this again. There we go. Sorry if that's gone super bright again. Oh, that's fallen over. Right, there we go. I usually only get landslides when I'm doing a craft haul, so that was a bit of a one-off there, I think. Okay, so before I stick these in, I just want to keep an eye on the comments again. Okay, so yeah, in the download, the luggage should be included in that. It's a zip folder that you download. So yeah, the template is in the zip file that you download with the papers. I mean, I downloaded it this morning, and you get 3 PDFs. Let's open it up. You get 4 PDFs and a PDF for the suitcase template, which hopefully I should be able to cover in another video, especially if the box does go on sale as well. If not, I will still make a video on that one. Okay, let's grab this back. Now, if you wanted to make the 3-page version, you needed to have cut your spine piece here. Let me show you the spine piece at 1.5. But it's easy enough to adapt. Okay, next lot of pages. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. And this is the last page now, so we've got 5 pages. Now this is going to be slightly slimmer than A4, so this is, sorry, A5. This is A5, and then we have 3/8 of an inch taken off there, and the hardback covers that I've cut out at A5, they are going to be slightly bigger along this edge here, so you'll get around about this much of an excess, but the top and the bottom will be flush with the book. Okay, so here is our book. It is coming together really nicely now, so I do need to kind of wait for that glue to dry. So let's open it up and then turn it over, and then we can work on our next section. So if you have A4 grey board, you can just cut it in half, and this is 1mm thick grey board. It's not super thick at all, and I do have a tutorial on 3 best ways to cut your chipboard. That is on Helen Griffin UK. That's my channel name, and you'll find the chipboard cutting guide over there. So this is my first one. I'm going to let you guys choose which one's going to be my front cover. So get writing in the comments while I glue this down. So I have the A5 piece of pink cardstock that you get in the kit. So again, I'm not adding anything new. The only additions that I'm adding here is the grey board. Everything else you get in the kit. So I'm getting the glue really close to the edge here. If you want to use double-sided tape, you can. In my demonstration for this little album, I used double-sided tape, but I'm happy with this glue here. This will seep to the edges. And what I've done is I've trimmed off just a section on each side. One side here and one side there to make it this size. So that's how much I have trimmed off. So let's get that glued down. Oop. Okay, so it's been a couple of minutes, so I'm hoping there's going to be some replies on what's to be the front cover and the back cover. So let's have a look. So there we go. Oh, Lynn's saying she's just placed the order for her box. Blue cover, pink cover with blue for back, pink cover, blue. Blue, pink, 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 pink. I think there's more pinks there than blues, so this will be our back cover and this one will be our pink. So congratulations if you are team pink. Okay, let's get this glued on. Again, I'm going to stick with this glue that I just put the lid back on. There we go. Running out of this stuff, I've used it that much. Okay, this doesn't have a direction because the butterflies are up and down, so it doesn't matter. Oops, there we go. And there's going to be an overlap here, like I said. That is fine because we can cover that with A5 paper. Okay, so if you don't want to get glue on the other side of this, you can just add your glue to this section here. And this does have a direction. The blue one does have a direction, so I need to kind of take a little look back to make sure we are the right way round. So this is that way. We're doing the back, goes that side, and it goes on that way. This can get very confusing. There we go. Turn that over just to make sure we have everything straightened up. It looks like we have. There we go. Looks like our glue has set as well. There we go. So this is our album now. It's really coming together. And then, oh no, it's coming apart. Let's stick that down again. Wait for that glue to dry properly. Then we can work on our strip here. So I'm just going to, did we say 2 1/4? I think we did. We can cut down another piece of paper. So let's go for the really bright pink here and the Bon Voyage paper. That's really going to, that really might pop a little bit too much, so always have a little bit of an audition. I think that's going to, I think we need to tone that down a little bit. We'll save this bright pink for inside the album. We do have a more muted, like beigey pink here, which is going to be just perfect. Okay, so let's trim this down to 2 1/4, and we will trim this down to 2 inches. And I'm going to have to get my big paper trimmer out now, I think, unless that might, I don't know, do I do a border here along the bottom? I'll just have it going all the way down. I think I'm just going to have it all the way going down, because it can be quite tricky converting inches into centimetres when you're making mats for things. That's something that can be tricky to do. So I'm just going to keep this as it is, the same length as the mat, and just have the edges with a little bit of a border. So let's pop that down, and then I'm going to pop this onto the grey board. And the glue wants to come out. If I leave the bottle on the side, it will just ooze out. Okay, and because I've used the wet glue, it gives you a bit of time there just to smoosh it around and get all of the edges where they're supposed to be. Okay, now I can now put this on here. So this is directional, so I don't really want to be putting that on upside down either. So always try to bear in mind the orientation of your albums, because a few times I have put a few things in upside down and have had to try and cover it up with paper, or maybe even start again. So it's always good just to do your best. You can only do your best to keep everything the right way around. Okay, I'm going to pop this on whilst it is still flat. I can just about see the score lines through here on these gaps either side, just like that. Okay, there is our basic album done. Okay, so what we can do now is, I'm going to get my big trimmer out now. I've left the lid off this too, oh dear. There we go. Right, so what shall we do next? We are now ready to decorate, and that really didn't take too much time at all. So we have in here as well, we have these gold frames. These are really nice to play with, and some pop out hearts, and there's butterflies in there, and there's some lovely frames here too. So let's pop that aside. I think I'm just going to stick with the papers, and again, in the downloads you get extra, you can print them off. You know how much I love to print, so I do love to print off pretty papers. And we also have these cutout tags as well, and the die that goes with it will cut out those tags too. So we have pockets, we have flaps. So let's mat our mat some pages first, and I'm going to do some in plain, I think, but first I'm going to take care of this area here, because that's a little bit unsightly, isn't it? So we're going to sort that out first. Maybe that's what we can use this bright pink cardstock for, just to cover the inside just there, just like that. Okay, so let's get that glued down. And then after I've done this, I'm going to shoot back to the comments just to see if there's any questions. So this is your 1-minute warning if you have any questions and you want me to see it, so get thinking. And if there's any overlap here, you can trim that off with scissors, because you need to make sure that you're able to close that book there. If you go too close to the fold line, it won't swing open and close very well. So if you have to, you can trim off some along the edge here, but I think I'm going to be okay. Yep, that looks all right. So that is the first one, and again, you can map that as well. But the aim of today was just to show you how to make a different album from start to finish. Okay, and that is going to go on the other side. So shake, shake, shake. Okay, I'm just going to swoosh it around because I've used the glue. I can move it, I can test it just like that, and have a look on the other side. That looks good to me. This is becoming a very sturdy, nice sizable album. This is a really good size, and it does feel really nice and sturdy. So here we have it. This is the album that we have so far. There we go. So let's get the big trimmer out now, because I need to trim some of my papers down. So let's see what we have left. Again, print some more out. Print all of your favourite ones out. So I'm going to have this as a front, and then I have all of these to play with. So this is where I'm going to have a little bit of trouble, because of the sizing between the centimetres, and I like to work in inches. So let's have another look at the comments. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to miss anything. Yes, clear, Leslin. Team Blue is still going to win for the back cover. Yes. So Marta saying she filled an entire album upside down once, as there were sentiments on the cover, and how on earth didn't notice it. You just get in the zone and you just miss it, I think. There, don't worry, Lynn, you can catch up. And yes, Geraldine, I love the fact that you can download the extra papers. That actually makes my heart sing that you can do that. So hello, Joan. And Geraldine, you have to have the box, and the information for the download is in there for getting the extra papers. The glue I'm using is Fabri-Tac, and I have put a request in for CraftStash to carry that, so fingers crossed, and we'll see. And yes, Lynn, this pink is so, I'm thinking this pink, yeah, it's very bright, vibrant. And yes, I love the blue papers too. That's the one I've printed off the most. Marta, in answer to your question on how I like to build up, I like to do all of them. I like to have a really good mixture on each spread, on each page. So Geraldine says that, yep, she does have the box. It's inside the booklet. So follow the website link there. You have to type it in, and that will take you there. Right. So let's hope I don't mess up on this. If I mess up, that's fine. But if not, I'm thinking it needs to be 5.5. Let's take these measurements here. 5.5 by 8. Now that is super easy. So 5.5 by 8, and I'm going to do the front page and the next double page in this video. And if I do anything else than other than that, it will take far too long. It's just to give you a really good idea on what you can achieve, and then the rest is up to your imagination, as well as looking at all of the samples in the booklet. I have made extra videos as well, and if you follow me on Facebook, I will be telling you when those videos will become available as well. So I think, fingers crossed, the internet's been pretty good. So I don't think we're going to have any of the problems that we had last time, which is a huge relief, because sometimes you can start to worry about that. Okay, so I don't want to get these mixed up with the papers that I haven't cut. So these are my cut papers. Let's move those aside. Okay, so this one is going to go on here. I do need to cut this down again, actually. I can use my little paper trimmer for that. Okay, so this is basically a live estimation here and building as we go, because like I said, I haven't prepped too far in advance. I'm going to cut these down to 5. And then they should fit perfectly. Unless you wanted to cut them exactly to this page size, you can just measure that out and pop that on. So that is our first one. Let's try this one. This one is Cosmic Shimmer in a tiny bottle. This one travelled with me to Create and Craft and to the CraftStash studio on the Friday. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that joined me and watched me on Create and Craft. That was a lot of fun to do, and also for those that joined in on the Friday with Lou as well. That was a lot of fun. So obviously there's loads more interaction during the CraftStash live shows than when you're on the shopping channel, but yeah, I do love to hear and see all the familiar names as well, so I really do appreciate it when people do join in. Okay, I'm too busy talking, I didn't trim this down, so I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to go right to the edge. Again, if you make mistakes because you're too busy talking, you can fix anything pretty much. So I'm just going to cut that off just there. There we go. Get rid of that before it sticks itself to something. Okay. Did I trim this down? No, too busy talking. Too busy talking. Okay, let's trim that down to, maybe this could actually match. Yes, we're going to have these two pages to match, because it might look a little bit odd. So let's have matching pages, and I'm going to trim this to 5 3/8. Yeah, 5 3/8. It's just a slither. There we go, and we can glue that on. And I'm going to go that way because I like the butterflies on this side to be the right way round. And some of them are upside down, but that's fine. No, that doesn't match either, because I didn't take into account this border here. Let's just take the really simple, easy measurement of 5 1/4 and do it that way. There we go. Right, that should be right now. By the way, this is completely normal for me. I always take the scenic route when measuring and cutting. That is how I roll. And I'm sure there are plenty of others that are just like that too. And I've got dry glue all over my fingers. Okay, there. Right, and that is our second page down. So what I want to do now is to add some pockets. So let's grab the big shot out, and then we can start cutting some pockets. So I'm going to move this aside. I have made a little bit of a mess beside me. And Wendy's asking if I can add a link to my Facebook page. If you just search Helen Griffin UK, you'll find that. I'm just going through the comments again. What weight are the papers? I'm not actually too sure. It feels round about 180 perhaps, maybe 200. Yes, Lynn, definitely the scenic route for the win there. Okay, let's grab the big shot out, and we're going to make some decisions now on what we're going to do on our front page, because I haven't, sorry, not the front page, the first page here, because I haven't made any decisions on that just yet. So, do I go for coloured card or cardstock for the pockets? So let's choose our pockets. Here we go. So I'm going to keep this handy here because I'm going to need to make some mats there. Boom, 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 and there's a pocket here too. I'm just going to cut a few things out, and then we can decide. So the front page is blue, so I do like to do contrasting colours, so I'm going to pop this kind of where you can still sort of see it. Decisions. Sometimes decisions are the hardest part, so I'm just going to go for the craft cardstock here, and we're going to cut it from the craft. There we go. Exactly, Debbie, you learn more doing the scenic route, and it's a little bit more enjoyable, mostly. I'll say mostly. Yep, Joan missed the shows on Create and Craft. That's fine. I think they have the catch up, I think, feature, so hopefully you'll be able to catch up there. Otherwise, I have made tutorials for all of them, and I'll be posting details about how to watch those very shortly. Okay, so I now need to do mats, and I also need to put these away because I will lose them, or they will get lost between all the different layers that are building up on my desk, because I am a person that layers things. I'm a stacker. I stack stuff. Right, those are the next two dies that I need to do. So I would like to carry on with some pretty papers. Okay, I'm going to use this one here for this one. So instead of putting the whole thing through, I'm just going to trim off myself a little bit there, so I can now pop that on my machine. This is where you can start getting particular about things. And on the other page, I'm going to go for, I'm going to do the same actually, because I do have an idea in mind. This is a magnetic platform, so sometimes the magnets do move about, but mostly it behaves itself. And again, I'm going to stick with this rose paper here. There we go. Turn that over. There we go. Right, trying to be tidy, that's rubbish. These go back on the sheet. Okay, and also I forgot to say, we do have some extra dies here, so you can actually make some more shaped items using this shaped die there that complements the rest of the set. It takes the ornate shape there. And this one here on the corner pocket, it does have a trellis die as well, so that's really pretty. And again, I absolutely love this teeny weeny one too. So the next die we're going to be using is this one here. So I'm just doing a really quick batch of die cutting so I can then have another flurry of gluing and sticking, and then I'll make some more decisions and then do another flurry of die cutting and then sticking. And if you do have an event or a holiday or anything like that in mind that you want to put in this album, and you don't think that the your photograph, the colours in your photographs are going to fit, you can always convert them to black and white. So there is always that option, especially if you love the paper and you want to decorate it for something particular, you can just convert your photographs to black and white. So that's moving about, so let's grab some tape. Let's show this die who's boss. There we go. Run that through, and then I'm going to do one of the top tags as well. Okay, I've got a quick question for you guys. From my latest collection, the Great British Summer, which was your favourite die set? I'm just curious. I know the camper van and the caravan were pretty popular, but I'd love to know which one was your favourite. And I will read those comments in a moment. Okay, I've just noticed the screw is coming loose on my Big Shot, so I need to pop that back in. I keep the Allen key that came with my Big Shot. I keep that handy because round about once a week I just have to tighten it up. So there we go, we've got a bit of maintenance there. There we go, nice and tight again. If you don't do that, there's a risk that your screw will unscrew itself and fall out. So that's a nightmare to find if it rolls somewhere. Okay, let's get some gluing and sticking down. But let's have a quick look at the comments. Yep, so Joan is a stacker too. And Wendy loses dies and stamps. Yes, I do find them in unusual places too. Hi Jane, she's from Melbourne in Australia. So Cheryl's saying the camper van. Debbie saying the caravan. Joan saying the camper. Camper van, says Lynn. It's gone on her wish list. The camper van. I think those are definitely the most two popular sets. And Avril says the embossing folders. I do love those too. And Benita ordered everything except the tents. So you're not a wild camper. Yep, so Avril's always trying to tighten the screw as well. So Wendy loves the beach hut. Yes, you can make new home cards with that as well. Marta loves the camper van. Rainey loves the beach hut. And yes, Lynn, the little Big Shot screw is very tiny. Just make sure that you keep the little tool, this little tiny Allen key, always keep that handy, even if you have to, you know, tape it somewhere. Mine just goes in my little tool pot. And Trudy saying, I haven't seen it, but so needed the caravan last week. Wish you had known. Oh, did you go camping in a tent? And Debbie saying, oops, the camper van. So yes, those two are definitely the top ones. Okay, so let's get gluing and sticking. I'm going to be spending the rest of the day. Does anyone else get this? I'll be like doing this on the school run, just rubbing my fingers together trying to get everything off, because sometimes it doesn't come off even when you wash your hands. It doesn't come off. Okay, so let's get this down, and we've got the mat here. We're going to be working on this page. I do like these teeny weeny little bottles, because when your glue gets half full or half empty, you have to give it that little shake to get it back down. So having a tiny little bottle makes it so much easier once it gets to that point. Okay, so let's add our glue now to this section. There we go. I'm just going to pop this down just like that, and then I'm going to hold it in place. There is probably enough room here for another one of these pockets. You can make a whole layer here. That's an idea of what you can do. And I need to put some twine in there. Do I have my twine handy? That's the question. I know I'm running out of it. This is a Hellman's mayonnaise jar. I just love the shape. There we go. I just love that. Got some washi tape in there and some twine. Okay, so let's get these popped onto the tags. I will leave that there because that's going to literally disappear. And if you want to, you can use the same die. It's symmetrical. You can pop this on a photograph and pop your photograph and glue it on the other side. Because it's symmetrical, you can do that. So you can have your nice pattern paper one side and your photograph on the other. And if you do glue it, use something that is acid free. Whoops. So this is acid free because you don't want anything to ruin the photograph. If you have some old photographs that have turned orange and have brown bits on them, that is the acid and the lignin in the papers and glue that was used. So always use something that is acid free. Another thing that's acid free is Scotch Quick Dry, and this is acid free as well. The Tombow Mono is also acid free. So anything that touches photos ideally should be acid free. But I think I went underneath. I went right underneath that. Okay, let's get the. No, we're not doing that one yet. This is my favourite twine, and I'm almost running out. I think I bought it at Christmas from one of like Wilkinson's, I think, perhaps. So I'm going to have to go see and hope that they have it again, or I'm just going to keep my eye out for something very similar. So yes, it's always sad when you run out of your favourite thing. Okay, so those are my tags there, and I can probably put one of these frames here. So I don't have a photograph for that just yet, so I'm only going to glue it down on one side, just at the bottom there, so then I can slide a photograph in behind there and then glue the rest of that down. So I know it's there, it's there to kind of show me that I'm using that space. So a little bit of glue on the bottom, and then I'm just going to pop that there. Or what you can do is you can add a title page or something like that. Okay, let's turn this over, and again, I'm not going to have much time to show you guys because I don't want this to be a super long video. Here's an example of what else you can do. You can use this die here with all of the layering mats as well to make a waterfall. Now it doesn't have to be going that way, it can be going downwards that way as well. So I have another little pocket here, and again, don't forget these little paper clips. These are so much fun. They are absolutely adorable as well. So there you go. Absent-mindedness, I just chucked that over there. Let's keep that on the mat. Okay, next we have the corner pockets, so let's fold those down. And this is going to go in this corner here. So the reason why I chose this paper is because it complements the paper on this side, so it kind of creates the flow of the eye moving across the page. So let's get that glued down. So I think perhaps definitely the internet is acting okay today, and that this live is going to be okay, because that's one thing that I was worried about. Okay, let's get the last one in and then put some twine on that ticket here. There we go. So this is going to pop in the corner, and again, if you have a bunch of photographs, say 3 or 4 like small square ones, or 3x4 photos, you can literally just tuck them into your little pockets there too. So let's get that cut. I always love doing these tiny little finishing touches here, adding twine to your tickets and gift tags and things. And again, this gift tag is going to be perfect for anything that you need a gift tag for. Presents, gift bags. I'm going to pop that in there. So there is loads of room in this album for creating loads of space for your photographs. So that is how to make the big one. Again, you can go as big as you like. You can use the same technique that I've done here with A4 sized pieces of cardstock, 12 by 12. I wouldn't go to A3, but I'd say 12 by 12 would be an acceptable size for the larger size. But it's all going to work exactly the same with this construction and technique. You can go for any size, and again, you can use these dies as your decorative dies for the inside, with the waterfall and the pockets. And even if you have any of my other mini album dies from Simply Made Crafts, if you go up from this size and you make this maybe even A4 size, there are other die sets, like the editions die sets, like the landscape editions and the portrait editions. Those will all work with this album that I've just made here as well, and you get a ton of pockets and mats, and it keeps with this ornate shape as well, so it's all going to complement each other as well. So the hardest thing you've got to do is decide whether you're going to use this paper or go into your craft and your stash craft or CraftStash and choose a different paper as well. So I think that will be probably your hardest decision, is choosing your papers with this kit. So I'm going to move back to the comments now. I hope you liked this album. It's really easy to make as well, and I will make sure that I will have the blog post up with the cutting guide as well. So I'm going to go back now. Hello everyone, just making sure that everything is okay. I'm going to go through the comments now, and that will be it for today's live. So I really thank everyone here for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun, and there's a fly in here, so if a fly buzzes past, you'll know what that is. So just going through. Yes, that's a good tip. You can stick your little key underneath your big shot with a bit of tape. Yes, I love little jars and things. This is it. This is a Hellman's real mayonnaise jar. I absolutely love these. I've got loads downstairs, so I even store food in them as well. And they also make great jars for like salads and things. You know, when you make a salad, a jar salad, I think they're called, like the mason jar salads. That is an actual perfect size. A mason jar salad would be too big for me because I'm quite little, so perfect size. So yes, so I'll be posting some more details with this video as well, so that you can catch up, and it will have all of the dimensions. I'll make sure that I get all the right dimensions here for all the pages. I'm going to measure all of these pages up just so everything is there. So that's what I'm going to be doing straight after this video, is writing up a blog post and taking photographs of what we've just made today. So I do enjoy going live, so it's been a while. I do get a bit rusty if I don't go live too often, so there's lots of comments here to read, so I will definitely go through the comments again after this live is over. So I think Lynn did say that yes, I can see the link here. There's a link there to purchase the Papercraft Society box. So if you love this kit and you've had a really good look at it now, pop along there and you can get your box. And I will be uploading some more videos on some other projects that are inside the booklet for you to watch as well. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you again next time.